Thruxton this weekend for round 3 of Mini Challenge Clubsport. It's about half an hour until we go out for qualifying, and it's just started raining. It's been beautiful sunshine up until now, but it's still like 20 degrees, so hopefully the track will stay dry, but we'll see. Yeah, it's still quite warm. I've just taken a walk over to the pit lane to see the track. The catering's right at the time. There's a dry line. The BMWs are just about to go out. They're still on slicks, so we're hoping our dry tyres will still be okay. Yeah, the forecast keeps changing and it's different on everybody's apps. Yeah. Not one app says the same thing on anybody's phones right now, so who knows what the weather's going to bring today, but we'll see. So I've never been here before, so a little bit nervous about going out, but we've walked the track last night and it's quite a decent looking track. Very fast, very fast track, so not too technical hopefully, so only 2 braking zones as well. So yeah, we'll see what today brings. Hi guys, so qualifying's just finished and we're still under part firming conditions for some reason, so we're not actually allowed to touch the car right now. Quali was very, very wet. The Durezas, the normal tyres that we're using every day, they're actually pretty decent in the wet, surprisingly. We definitely don't need the wet tyres even though there was standing water on the track. But yeah, it was just soaking and I am really crap at driving in the wet. I spun off a couple of times, managed to keep it pretty much, other than that, in the white lines, but yeah, it didn't qualify very well, but I have very little wet experience, so that's pretty much down to that. It definitely wasn't the tyres, it was definitely driver mods required. But the good news, the rain has stopped. Yeah, so hopefully it stays off for the rest of the day. Right, so it's going to do that for race 1. Yep. It did dry up. And now it's raining again, yay! So, aim, just bring the car home. Yeah. I'm not great in the wet. The tyres are good in the wet, I just need to find confidence in the wet because I've not had much experience of it, so we'll see how we get on. I just want to bring it home. Yeah, that's the main aim. Yeah. Right, we'll catch you after the race. See ya.
It is a split grid between the classes. The S classes have the first part of the grid, the S56 and S53 spec cars. It's number 411 Zach Blackwell who will line up on pole alongside number 5 Freddie Hewitt. They're both in the S56 class. Ross Alexander, number 320 on row 2 alongside the first of the S53 cars, Alex Westerby. Row 3, 58 Matthew Hibbard and 66 of Sammy Bowler. Row 4 is Ionut Carrare, the Romanian, in number 17 alongside 44 Charlie Heatley. Row 5, 190 Alan Lee and 231 of Steve Webb. Then on the 6th row, number 10 Charlie Collins and 191 Rory Melia. 7th row, treble 1 Josh Hodge starts alongside Emma Dawson in the 27. Green flag is waved at the back, although we still have marshals on the grid at the moment, so we're not quite ready yet. Lauren Taylor, the black and pink car there, just moving into like the back of the grid. Had a bit of a shunt in the trophy class at Brands Hatch, I remember last season. So I think we are now ready for what will be a 15-minute race for the Mini Challenge Club Sport category with AirTech Motorsports. Revs beginning to rise from these 1600cc engines. The red lights are on. Quite a long hold, but away they go. Never seen before on BARC TV. A super start by Ross Alexander, the 320, the man from Birmingham, through the middle. He's going to try and take the lead. He does so down towards Allard for the first time in the blue and whites at number 320 car. Underway and down towards the complex they go. Everybody is away cleanly. It is Ross Alexander who leads. Zach Blackwell on the outside of Freddie Hewitt in the number 5 car for second place, and very sideways somebody in there. That was one of the third row starters, but he's gathered it up nicely. There's Stephen Berry's car, the treble 6. That's the Mini Coupe getting sideways. Oh, we got cars off. Freddie Hewitt's going off into the barriers. He'll go wallop straight in, and end of race sadly for the bad boy tuning car. Let's hope Freddie's okay. Got caught up there with Zach Blackwell, caught up by the wet conditions. A few of them are getting caught up by the wet conditions. The car we saw get sideways was Matthew Hibbard, the 58, with the eyes on the headlamp covers. They start to sort themselves out. Then the number 17, Ionut Carrare, is in there, the Romanian driver. Saw him in the mini class of the BMW Championship, the Kumho BMWs over the last couple of years. Looks like they've just about got themselves into order around the far side of the circuit there. See the runways in the middle of the circuit. It is an active airfield here at Thruxton. Side by side there, further back in the pack, the 37 car of Alex Westerby, and the number 12, that's Charlie Newton-Darby, the black car with the gold wheels. He could be a contender for victory here. He's in the open class. There's Stephen Berry in that unique coupe. I'm certain that's the only one of its kind racing in the UK. He's had 4 overall wins this year, fighting with Zach Blackwell, recovering from that off early on in the lap. Over the line, Newton-Darby pulls ahead of the bad boy tuning car there. That's Matthew Hibbard. His teammate Freddie Hewitt sadly out of the race in the barriers at the exit of the complex. It is Ross Alexander who has got the lead as they complete the first lap. Sammy Bowler, the 66, going well up there in second place. And then it's anybody who's raced for third. Newton-Darby is now through into third place. Then we've got the 58 of Hibbard and the 37 car, which is Alex Westerby, next in the order. Newton-Darby leads the open class. Hibbard's leading the S53 class. The top two are in S56, and that's a brave move by Alex Westerby, up on the grass there almost, coming out of the complex up towards Noble. The left-hander there taking them out into the country. There's Hibbard ahead of Westerby. And behind them, the fast recovering Zach Blackwell, who's taken all 5 wins in the S56 class so far this season. Stephen Berry's behind them though in the Mini Coupe. He's taken all but one of the overall wins so far this year. That went to Blackwell. Look at him dodging about there. Very busy indeed between these BMW Minis, 6 of them together as they head up Woodham Hill. Something's got to give here. Look at Blackwell squeezing his way up the inside in the 411. He's got past all of them, and Stephen Berry's going to try and take 3 cars in one move. That's never going to work, surely. Charlie Newton-Darby's been taken wide onto the grass. He's going to have to straight line the chicane and slot in at the back of this group. He does so. Goodness me, that could have ended in tears. Next group there headed up by the number 10 of Charlie Collins. It's still Ross Alexander who leads overall. Blackwell's up to second, and Stephen Berry, goodness gracious, he was rallycross style through Allard there in the coupe. Now, Stephen Berry's gained 5 places with that move into the chicane. He's going to lose one here because the 37 car's back up the inside of Alex Westerby. So many position changes, I can't keep up with this. This is more like mini stocks racing on the short ovals. Stephen Berry, he should be a rallycross driver. Look at the way he's throwing that coupe around. Well, Ross Alexander has said, well, if you're all going to fight like that, I'm going to clear off in front. He's leading by over 7 seconds. Zach Blackwell second, Berry third, and 4th place is Alex Westerby. Then it's Charlie Newton-Darby, who we saw straight line the chicane. He had no choice. He was so wide going into it. You can't fit 5 cars wide into the chicane at Thruxton. Matthew Hibbard is next in the bad boy tuning car, number 58, with the bad boy eyes on the headlights. Do you remember bad boy bonnets in the days of modifying your car a few years ago? Don't think you'd get one of those to fit a BMW Mini though. Corsas and Fiestas, yes. But Matthew Hibbard, probably not as angry looking as his car right now as he chases Charlie Newton Derby. Next in the order is Sammy Bowler. Now she ran as high as second earlier on but has dropped back. Looks like she's lost another place there as well into the chicane. There's Bowler, the grey and red car. That's the 44 of Charlie Heatley that's just come through. So Stephen Berry has come through into second place. There's Alan Lee, number 190, battling with Lee Campbell in the number 14, the Airtech car. Over the line they go. 191 is behind, that's Rory Melia. Well, what a frantic first couple of laps then for the Mini Challenge Club Sport division with Airtech Motorsports. Great fun. A lot of these drivers relative newcomers to racing. Alan Lee under fire, through goes Lee Campbell, squeezes by at the complex. There's Rory Melia, the purple and black car in behind. Behind him is number treble 1, that's Josh Hodge run by A. Reeve Motorsports. Despite those early exchanges, the only car we've lost is Freddie Hewitt after he crashed out into the tyre wall. And as I say that, off goes the 44. That's Charlie Heatley. I think that's in the same place as well. Let's hope Charlie's okay. The impact on the driver's side there into the tyre wall. Now he's close to the circuit there. That's coming out of Noble as they go out into the country. So there were yellow flags there. That could bring about a safety car. So Ross Alexander, number 320 for the A. Reeve Motorsport team. They've got 4 cars on this grid. Lauren Taylor's one of their drivers, also Josh Hodge and Alan Lee. That's Alexander, the man from damage on Lauren Taylor's car as well. She's got a loose wheel arch. The 33 car. That's the Halfords backed car. Going to need a trip to Halfords to replace that wheel arch. A couple of cars behind her. We can see the 27, the red car. That's Emma Dawson in the Wolftrax racing car, all the way from Ellon in Aberdeenshire. Just ahead of them, that's Neil Clark, the number 53, the Union flag liveried car. Very Austin Powers, I have to say.
Alright, so that's us in from race 1, and deceiving as it is, it was not like this during the race.
No, it was wet again.
It was pissing it down. So yeah, we had, I've no idea how many laps. Freddie went off and there was a yellow flag, and then suddenly there was a safety car, and I didn't know at that point why there was a safety car. I just thought it was because of that off. Did I go off on the safety car?
No, you didn't. So Emma went off on our second lap.
Or third, maybe third.
No, second lap.
Okay.
And then trying to catch up, and then obviously caught up in the safety car. She was stone dead last, which is a bit of a shame after going off.
Yeah, because when I was okay, there's no damage, like the car's fine. It's just I lifted again and went across the grass, and really quite deep into the long grass this time. So
yeah, she was nearly on the airfield.
Yeah, so just been picking out the grass from underneath it. You'll see that in a minute.
Yeah, we got the guys from Absolute Alignment to check the car. They're sponsoring the series this year, so yeah, we've got them to check the car. Alignment's pretty decent on it.
Yeah, you've done a good job.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, safety car, and then Emma obviously caught up to the back of the pack on the safety car, but then they just red flagged.
Hoping for a restart, but they just red flagged it.
So bit of a shame, but tomorrow's a new day.
Hopefully it's dry.
And yeah, we'll see how we get on then. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Hi guys, right, it's Sunday.
And it's finally sunny.
Woo! Track's still dry.
Although there's just been an off right on the pit straight.
The last race has been an accident. I think there's been fluid dropped or something, but they're cleaning it up now. Marshall's doing a good job, so hopefully we'll be out soon.
Yeah, and we're just trying our best to avoid being on TV right now because they're going around the assembly area.
Yeah, they're going around the live stream, like interviewing all the drivers and that.
Yeah.
They obviously try to kill time.
Yeah.
But yeah, here today, bring it home.
Bring it home and hopefully do a lot better than yesterday and not be at the back of the pack, so fingers crossed.
Yeah. Right, we'll see you after the race.
Row 6 is 190 Alan Lee and 27 Emma Dawson. And then hopefully we will see the 44 of Charlie Heatley back out alongside number 5 Freddie Hewitt. We know he's there. There's Emma Dawson, I think that was the 27 just going through. Next few seconds, the red lights will come on. When they go out, we'll be underway for mini racing here at Thruxton. Here we go. Off they go down towards the first corner. Wheel spinning start there from Lee Campbell. Good start by Ross Alexander and a great start from the second row. Who's that coming through? That was the number 10 of Charlie Collins, I think, out into the barriers goes the number 10. Just as I was saying about such a great start, he's off and out of the race. That could be a stoppage straight away. What on earth happened there? Well, it's Ross Alexander who's got the early lead in the 320 car, and they're still at it for second place. Alex Westerby and Matthew Hibbard have a bit of a coming together out of the complex. Zach Blackwell's dropped back slightly. Stephen Berry's going to go wide onto the grass. We saw a bit of rally crossing from him yesterday in the coupe. Charlie Collins, I believe, is okay after that impact. That was a great start, but it comes to absolutely nothing as he ends up in the barriers at Allard. Matthew Hibbard fighting for second place with Alex Westerby. Coming through into fourth is Rory Melia. He's going well in the 191. Zach Blackwell up there on the outside. Here comes Freddie Hewitt as well in the rebuilt number 5 car after his crash on the opening lap yesterday. They are tough little cars, these BMW Minis. Through the back of the circuit they go for the first time. Now, will we see a safety car or a red flag for that incident at Allard? I don't think so. The race continues at the moment. Down towards the chicane for the first time. There's yellow flags though at Woodham Hill. Yeah, the safety car is being deployed. Safety car is being deployed.
Moments later.
Like everybody else is still running, so 22 cars remain. The lights are out atop the safety car, so we are going to get back underway again this time. Ross Alexander will lead them down towards the restart. How far back has he gone from the safety car? Safety car could do another lap by the time this lot get to the start line. What are they doing? So Ross Alexander becomes the safety car. They can't pass until the start-finish line. Matthew Hibbard in second, Alex Westerby in third, then Zach Blackwell. Who'll be one to watch on this restart. Here we go then. Revs rise in these 1600cc engines. And we're back underway. Zach Blackwell wastes no time. Straight past Alex Westerby up into third place as they come through Allard. It's Ross Alexander who leads Matthew Hibbard. The battle is on for fifth position as well. Rory Melia, Freddie Hewitt, and behind them Charlie Newton-Darby, the leader of the open class. There's Stephen Berry getting past, I think that was Yonuk Carrare a little bit further back in the order. Freddie Hewitt making a move at the complex side by side with Rory Melia in the 191 car. He goes through. This is where Freddie went off yesterday. No such problem this time. Charlie Newton-Darby in the more powerful open class BMW Mini behind. Has a look on the inside. Can't quite get past Rory Melia. This is the fight for fifth position overall. It's still Ross Alexander who has the lead as they head down the far side of the course. Green flags waving to signify that we are back to racing. And somebody going off in the background, that's Carrare. The Romanian goes rally crossing, good save. It's nearly off towards the A303 there. Gets it going again. Alan Lee goes through. 111 going by as well, that's Josh Hodge. Yonuk Carrare back in the race. Here's Sammy Bowler, the 66, coming under fire from number 22. That is Nick Moore, one of our open class cars. As the pack barrels its way down into the chicane. There's Andy Langley, he's leading the Cooper class, the number 42 car. Gets past the 27 of Emma Dawson. The second of the Cooper class cars, Dan Truman there, the number 19, giving chase. Moves out to have a look on the outside. Emma Dawson holds the place, the number 27, one of the S-Class cars, the S53 cars, slightly more powerful than the Coopers. Still Alexander who leads by less than a second. Zach Blackwell has done the fastest lap of the race though. He'll be catching our leaders here. Westerby is down to fourth. Freddie Hewitt's up to fifth. 95 miles an hour average around the Thruxton circuits. The open class cars have yet to make their move, although Stephen Berry has gained 3 places And there's a change for second there as well. And Stephen Berry, as I say, that goes grass tracking as well in the background. He's done that a few times this weekend. Zach Blackwell has gone through into second. You can see there he's got ahead of Matthew Hibbard. Fourth place is Westerby ahead of Freddie Hewitt. Just under 5 minutes of this race to go. So of course the clock doesn't stop while the safety car is out. Ross Alexander still leads from Blackwell. Oh, and Emma Dawson's crashed out. I thought I saw a yellow flag there. The 27 is off. Now that, I think, is on the run up Woodham Hill. Here's a replay. This is what happened to Emma Dawson. No, she just spun it coming through Noble all on her own and wallop into the tyre wall. That's a big impact. I know somebody's commented, yeah, Brooklyn Model says should get some mini rallycross at some point. Well, there is a rallycross championship for BMW Minis. They run with the BTRDA Clubman's Rallycross Championship as well as other series. And just checking on Emma Dawson down there, her car being recovered. We'll now go into our lunch break, but first of all we'll head down to Parc Fermé with Ian.
Hi guys, so it's the day after Thruxton and we're just at the campsite. Well, that was a weekend we'd rather forget. Just kind of having time overnight to reflect on everything, and yeah, that was pretty shit. I don't really know what to say about it, to be honest. Still don't really know what happened. So obviously it was really wet on the Saturday and I'm really crap at driving in the wet, and then Sunday I just needed to commit more, and I kept saying that to myself. I just need to actually pin it instead of lifting if I feel the car like kind of sliding on me. So I did, I pinned it and then it bit me and I ended up in the barrier. So what can you say? The side of the car you can see there is actually not the broken side. We'll do a walk around, pretty much certain you've already seen it in the video probably.
Yeah, it just, you can see the car coming round and it's like, yeah, it's sliding a little bit, but then all of a sudden it just snaps on her.
Like there was a multiple of reasons also that went wrong. Like we know the pressures were too high. Like in the morning it was quite cold, and then suddenly just before we went out to race the temperatures increased dramatically and we forgot to lower the pressures again. So there was that. We think the setup was a little bit too stiff. The car's basically been quite leery all weekend, so I think we need to really think about our setup and adjust it to a little bit more of a safer setup, so it's not wanting to react to me like this. Like we've been reflecting overnight and we didn't have any bad offs in the car all last year, so the car was running fine there, and we're like, well, what have we changed? We have changed the setup slightly.
It's mostly on the rear end we've changed. We have made it a bit stiffer, mainly to give us, like all the bits I changed on the rear end was mainly to give us more adjustment, but we have made it a bit stiffer as a result, so we can soften it up. There's bits we can do at the front, and yeah, we're just giving it like a bit of a spicier setup overall.
Yeah.
But yeah, we might dial it back and then slowly tweak it back up again, just to get Emma the confidence back, and then also see where she's happy.
Yeah, because like I was getting my confidence, I was saying to myself all day Saturday evening, like just, I need to commit. That was the issue on Saturday. I wasn't committing. That's why I was like taking some excursions over the grass. But then I did commit and it still went off on me. So yeah, we need to do something with the setup, I think. And then there's like kind of like, people are saying we need to drive out with our comfort zone. That's the only way we learn. I completely agree and appreciate that, but we also don't want to be killing the car every race. Yeah. I need more seat time. We know that. It's just trying to fit it in around our races and rebuilding again. Yeah. So
it's trying to find that fine balance of like a car with a spicy setup is going to be a fast car, and obviously we want Emma to be fast, but at the same time, if it's too spicy and it keeps going off and it keeps doing this, well, we can't afford to keep doing this. So it's kind of, we need to find that balance of having a fast car but also a safe car.
Anyway, that's enough waffle from us. Cheers for watching, guys. See you next time.